Hello friends, my name is Charles here at Practical Eats, and today I'm here to show you, the viewer, what we do here at Practical Eats, right? And so we try to take healthy food and we try to help you figure out how to make better food choices and how to cook those items, and of course showing you that they're not much more expensive than if you buy regular groceries. So I'm going to show you how to save money, how to cook them, and of course, hence the name Practical, right? And today we're going to cover eggs, right? So if you get organic eggs, they might be about $5 a dozen. That comes out to about $1.25 a meal, which is way cheaper than that bagel with lox cream cheese that you're going to buy and maybe a Starbucks coffee or an orange juice or something like that, which of course, as we know, lacks nutrients and has a lot of sugar, and it's basically going to give you a carb crash. It's going to make you tired a couple hours later. It's going to make you hungry a couple hours later. You're going to have that crash. You're going to want to go to sleep. You want to take a nap at the desk, maybe around 11 o'clock, because it has no nutrients, right? But eggs in itself has everything you need. It's the perfect superfood of breakfast, right? And it's the best dollar meal you could buy, right, for your money. Because if you eat 4 eggs a day, like I do, you're spending about $1.25 or less if you can get a sale on a dozen eggs, right? So obviously you can cook different ways. If you're home and you cook meals at home, which is great, you could just make them in coconut oil or even some organic butter. But for sure, eggs should be organic, right? Now, I did hard-boiled eggs, so this way I can always have eggs on the go. So I'm going to show you today how to, perfectly peel an egg, and of course, how to store them. This way you always have them in your house all week long. All right, so what I did is I made a pot of eggs, right? First, these are already done. But when you first do this, right, when you first put a dozen eggs in this pot, you want to make sure the water is cold. Never put eggs in hot water. You always want to make sure the pot is cold. And then, of course, you boil it for 8 minutes. When the water starts to boil, that's when you start the timer, right? 8 minutes from the point when they start to boil. Then, of course, you shut the flame off, and you can let them cool off in some cold water. Run some cold water in the pot, pour out the hot water, and let them run in the cool water. So here, how do we peel these eggs, right? How do we get these eggs to loosen up and peel so perfectly that we can get this every time without the embryo sticking to the egg and without us chipping away at the egg? Well, of course, we run a little water. The eggs don't completely cool, right? Yes, I said to cool them off. That means just not too hot where you can't hold them, right? But they're still warm, right? They're still warm enough for the shells to peel off easily, right? You definitely want these to be easy to peel, and then you can store them. So you can just wet your eggs, keep some water running, right? You roll it, right? So you crack it a few times here, you roll it, and these are still kind of warm, right? You roll them, and then what happens is they get really loose, as you see here, really loose, and they pretty much peel off. But if they don't, kind of massage the shell a little bit, and then of course, if you need to, you run a little water, and this should peel right off. Boom! Then you got a perfect egg. All right. Do it again. This is what we do before the eggs completely cool. You don't want them to throw them in the refrigerator right after you boil, because then you won't be able to peel them later on, because you can't put a whole egg in the microwave with the shell, because it'll explode. So this is the best way to store your eggs. Where the shells will come off easy every time. We just put them on this wet napkin for them, wait till they're dry, and then of course you can store them in here. When they dry, then you can put them in the fridge. So crack here, you roll it out a little bit, right? And you can already see that the shell starts popping off. There. Run under a little water if you need to, until the shell gets real loose. There you go. Peel all dozen of them, and then store them in the container. Keep them in the fridge, and you could have them to go when you're on the run. You gotta go to work, or you just want to do after the gym. You just want to grab an egg. It's a perfect way to get the protein, B vitamins, D vitamins, iron, good fats, everything you need in eggs. It's the perfect superfood. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. Of course, share this information with anyone that you know has trouble picking out, good meals in the morning. And people who get tired at work, or people who can't figure out how to get more whole foods and nutrient-dense foods in their diet. It's the way to go. Eggs. Talk to you soon.